You are listening to the Hello Sport Podcast.
What's up, punters and dribblers? Welcome back to another episode of All Talk, brought to you by Toyota Tundra. And Eddie, I don't mean to sound hyperbolic here, but I'm gonna. One of my favorite interviews we've done. And I don't feel like interview. One of our favorite chats we've had.
We don't interview, Tom. We do chats, mate.
We don't interview, man. We just chat over here at Hello Sport, man.
We just chat, man. We just talk, man.
Honestly, we just try and bring to you conversations.
Well, we just try and,
honestly, man.
We just try to bring you guys combos every week.
Just like real conversations with real people.
You know what I mean?
But real people doing amazing things.
Yeah, doing amazing things, man. On the global stage, man. On the global stage, man. Every week,
but quite genuinely, Molly Picklum, Australian surfing world champion.
Also one of Australia's favourite daughters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Golden girl?
Golden girl. She's a golden girl.
She's a golden girl.
She's in her first like 3 or 4 years, I think 3 years on the world surfing tour. She made the tour. She represented Australia at the Olympics. She won a world title. And she's 23 years old. Very impressive, lovely, easy to talk to. God love everyone who's ever come on this podcast. Like we love it. We appreciate everyone.
But you're all being judged internally.
You're all being judged internally. Molly's
just
top of the class.
beating the piss out of all of you.
She has, dude. She has absolutely. You want to talk about easy to talk to? Molly Picklum, just
gold standard.
Gold standard.
She's the gold standard.
She's
the gold standard. The great Molly Picklum. Take it away.
Enjoy.
So do you guys follow surfing or like what's your guys?
I don't I do, but I do peripherally, whereas Eddie actually does.
Yeah, my old business partner that we used to work with, he was obsessed with it.
Oh, okay.
Obsessed.
Yeah.
And so
I will always
he trained me up, so to speak.
Yeah,
you know? Yeah, got me into it.
Whereas like I like it, and there are moments where I'll sort of pop in and out. I've always got an idea, especially with Australians, like how they're going. But I'm we interviewed Joel Parkinson a couple of weeks ago.
Sick.
Before Mixed Golf Day.
Oh, wow.
And
he would have been fired up.
I went in there and I was like, listen, I know Joel. I know he's won a world title and that sort of stuff.
Well done, mate.
Well
done, mate.
Well, I was gonna say world titles,
no,
but then I was just like,
correct,
you got to help me. You got to help me sometimes with these things.
Don't worry, I'm new to the sport too.
Well, that's the thing.
So I don't actually know like all.
But that's what's crazy, and we are kind of just recording. But like, I found that like you've had a whirlwind couple of years.
Yeah.
Like, you make the tour in 2022?
Yeah, I think maybe 2021 or 2022. But then I got cut, like had a half year.
Oh, really? Is that with the cute qualifying series?
I actually don't know.
Maybe
slide
over.
They used to have a mid-season cut.
Yes, yeah.
That was pretty gnarly, and you had to go back to something called the Champions Tour.
That's right. This we have discussed.
Challenger series, rather.
And then we were trying to qualify for the one below it or two below.
Well, the QS.
So you guys did compete.
No, so there's a hack, right? I don't know if you're aware of this, whereby
we like to.
You can just pay an entry fee and go and surf in the Maroubra Open.
Yeah.
Right, and you can get a world ranking. You can get like a global ranking.
So we just
you don't need to qualify. You can just go up and pay.
We just
like the real low QS.
We were like, it'd be fun to just get a global surf ranking and get a photo on the website.
We wanted our photo on the website. We wanted to be able to look us up and stuff.
That's so true. That's funny as.
We told that to Mick Fanning, and he didn't think it was funny.
Well, listen.
So now I'm glad that Molly thinks.
Yeah,
it's funny.
I like. Listen.
I can appreciate it from your guys' sense. It's like a funny gag.
Yeah, and like I
compete on the world stage.
We got surfboards made. We got Billabong sent us wetsuits. I found yours actually.
Oh, you've got mine?
Yeah, I don't know where mine is, but I found yours up there.
Oh, thank God. And I think the one we were looking at, was it Maroubra? I can't remember. It would have been on KO. So that we were hoping that we would have been in a heat.
Yeah, and then the event got cancelled, I believe.
Well, your shoulder was...
So we did this whole thing. Listen, this has now become about us. We then were like trying to compete with each other in surfing, and we were trying to get ourselves ready.
Yeah.
And we got a mate of ours, Matthew.
For our QS event.
Right. Because we'd never stood up on a wave. And so we got boards made, like proper fiberglass boards, which we found out later.
And you guys have never surfed?
No.
Oh my God.
Go get one of the boards, Cody, up the top and just bring it down so we can show Molly.
Then we've been talking about it. Then Billabong sent us wetsuits, so we were sponsored without even surfing. And then we went out in trying conditions.
Yeah.
I think you could say, at North Curly one day with a mate, and Tom didn't stand up on a single wave.
I couldn't get up. I just couldn't get up. I was like, this is doing my head in. I can't get up on this fucking
Was the
wall.
boards big enough or like?
Well, so no, this is
Not
what
for
I
the
found
big.
out.
No,
Not
he
for
needed
me.
a boat.
I needed, I needed the door
yeah.
from the Titanic. I
At
think.
the start, you literally want a Titanic.
Yeah.
Like you straight up
See,
want
I
a
didn't
huge
know
boat.
this, and we had these like cool, like it was far too much board for me in terms of like the skill level that required to do it. Even Matho, once he got on it, he was like, "Oh, you needed a door, buddy." But I couldn't get up.
I stood up, though.
I blame a dodgy shoulder. I don't know if I've got
Dodgy
that
shoulder,
excuse
yeah.
anymore. I'd like to do it though. I still reckon that idea works.
It still works. It's now our confidence is taking a bit of a knock, maybe,
Yeah, it
or
has.
yours in
Mine
particular.
in particular, and I've
But
lost.
we'll get there. We'll get back there.
Anyway,
Confidence
so
is gone.
this was about you going back to the qualifying or the Challenger Series.
Challenger series.
So you were up for how long before you then had to go back down?
I was that year. Like I was on the Challenger Series for 1 year, and then I came back.
But so what I mean is, did you make the tour then after half of that tour, like halfway
Yeah,
through
yeah. I
you
only
then
had
get
5
popped out?
events on tour. So
And how old were you at that point?
19.
Was it deflating, or
Yeah,
was it
yeah.
sort of because I imagine once you're up there, you're like, I don't want to go back, or like you think you've sort of made it.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I mean, you like work so hard, right, to like get to that point, and you kind of like, okay, now you're scratching the surface of like that next kind of level for yourself, and then it's all over. Like, I don't know, you just feel like you're just getting started, and then it was like back to square one. So you felt like, I don't know, yeah, it's a rude shock. Like, okay,
How did you get yourself back up to go when you go from the tour back to the Challenger Series? What was the first event in the Challenger Series, and how did you get yourself up for that?
I remember it was Snapper, and I was so numb. Like, I didn't actually feel like anything. I was just Snapper's sick, like warm water, Gold Coast, like good vibes. And then I had a result there, but then everything kind of just kept unraveling. Funnily enough, even though like I was actually doing well, it just felt like I started to realize that I have to do so well on this next tour, because it's also tricky. You go and do half the tour already, like half a season, and then I have to go start a whole new season. So it's like you're doing 1.5 seasons in like what should just be technically one season
Yep.
for your year.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just remember spiraling quite hard, like just because I didn't want to be there in one way. Like I wanted to be fighting at the top,
Yeah.
and that's like where I guess I visioned, and then all of a sudden it was just like, okay, you're on this kind of pathway. So yeah, you just like you dig deep, you want it, so you go for it. And then I got a couple of results, and my year never like took a really scary turn, I'd say. Like I was quite consistent with results, and made my way back, thankfully.
Yeah, and so then once you're back, but again, so like you've got back, and we will get to obviously the world title, but like you come back to the tour, you represent the country at the Olympics, and then you're a world champion. Like, have you at any point stopped to sort of reflect? Like, has there been any time to be like, holy fuck, or is it sort of like sleep when you're dead, everything just keeps rolling?
I mean, you have glimpses and moments of like reflecting, but it's so fast. Like the surf world, the pace we move, it's really tough. Like, that's what I was asking. Like, I honestly, kudos to the people that can keep up with the surf schedule, because we are bouncing all over the world constantly. Like, I live out of a suitcase pretty much 10 months of the year. So I don't know. Like, you have moments though, for
What's
sure.
that life like, living out of a suitcase?
I like obviously love home and space and, being organized. So it's tough in that sense, but then also like the adventures and the cultures and the things that come from that is like so fun. And like technically I'm still youthful and whatnot. So like it's the years to be like a bit, I don't know, scattered and
Do you
sent around
unpack?
the world.
Or when you get to all these different places, or do you sort of like just live out of the bag? You're like, fuck it.
It depends. Depends the situation, like how good the room is. If there's like good shelving and whatever,
Yeah.
then I try and unpack. But I know, say when I get home, I'm so much better if I just unpack everything, pack everything up. So then I actually feel like I'm at home.
Yep.
For sure.
But I never actually do it. Like I'm
Dude,
always.
I'll sometimes have a suitcase fully packed from a trip just sitting in my room. My wife's like, dude, like,
Oh mate, I've
Yeah.
gone weeks and
Yeah.
weeks before, and
Yeah.
all it is like a little green bag, and I just have to
Tiny bag.
unpack it
Yeah.
and like put it under my bed.
Yeah.
And Ella's like, mate, you're
sicko.
a fucking slob, mate. I'm like,
I have a whole other room, and I'm like, Mum, don't put any of my travel stuff in my room. I want it to be clean as
Yeah.
if travel doesn't exist in here.
So you're still at
So
home?
it's like, yeah, my mum and I have a house in Batto Bay,
Yeah.
Central Coast. And then I was like, made sure it was kind of, we went in together, to have like a big enough space. Like, this is your space, this is my space.
Definitely. Yeah, that's nice.
I was so you were born in Gosford, right?
I was born on the Central Coast, yeah.
Central Coast, yeah.
I like Gosford.
I was reading that, like, bit of a prodigy growing up. You were with Micro Hall. He was your coach,
and like Ace Buchan and those lads.
Yeah. And then typically a lot of people, when they see success early, will go to the Gold Coast. But you chose to stay in the Central Coast.
Yeah.
Was that just to be close to your family, or you can't take a Central Coast girl out of the Central Coast? That's just wrong, right?
Yeah, it's just wrong. I feel like I was just so well supported on the Central Coast. And like I said, I had Chris Huntington, so I got like the strength and conditioning component. Micro.
Does he train surfers particularly, or is he just a general?
He did. Like,
right.
I think that was his transitional from football to then where he's now back in football coaching. But he just like, I guess like NRL gives you a funding to like go and start a business of some sort.
Really?
And he like, cool. There's some grant maybe.
Yeah, okay.
And so he built like a shipping container kind of vibe out the back of his house. And it was like perfect size, private gym, you know? So it was great for me. I just went straight into that, and Chris and Glenn were such good friends then. So I was like, it was just made sense, you know? So I don't know. I just felt like I was supported on the Central Coast. I had Glenn, like one of the best coaches in the world, literally kind of next door in one way. Chris, that I trusted as a trainer, and that was me. Like my high performance center was right there at home. So I think that's why I didn't go. But now,
was there any pressure to go to the Gold Coast? Like, because that's sort of like the place to go as a surfer, right? Is it like that's where there's a lot of young surfers go?
I think the pressure comes from like my shape is from there, and testing boards. It's way better. Like, and there's technically more facilities, like the High Performance Centre Surfing Australia is up there. So there is more support, but the way I alleviated that was just like I go every so often up there. Like every few months I'll check in, but my base is still Central Coast.
Hell yeah.
It just is like too much of a rat race of surf world up there. It's like I don't want that when I'm at home.
Yeah.
I'm in that every single moment I leave like the country or whatever. So like, yeah, it just wouldn't feel like home, I think, to me. It would still feel like I'm in that surf world, and
You wouldn't be able to reset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because even when I was up there recently, I felt like that I was like, I have such good friends and whatnot up there, and I really do love my time, but it's busy time. Like I'm not recovering and rejuvenating. I'm just like having fun and living life and surfing, and I don't know. Central Coast is like a safer space for me.
Do you need a reset? Like, are you, after all of the chaos of what your life is, do you really like benefit from just being able to completely sort of check out?
Yeah, but I never give it to myself. Like I'm so known to just like do more, want to do more. Because I want to achieve like so much. I just want to like be better, you know?
Yeah.
And I think I'm obsessed with that game of like trying to be better. And it feels like, I mean, do you guys play golf at all?
We try.
We're getting a golf simulator here.
You guys are just,
right here,
sick.
right where
We're getting
sitting.
one. This is
Okay,
going to become the
good.
golf
Yeah.
simulator area.
So we'll be really
But golfing,
good.
the bug, like once you start, it's like so fun. It's like a game to try and get better at different parts of the game.
Yes.
And that's how I feel about surfing. So I don't like to stop. I like to take every opportunity.
Is that
But the
feature of
reset's
your,
crucial.
Is that a feature of your personality generally? Like,
Yeah.
you've always been, meticulous and like wanting to.
Just like go-getting.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bit of energy.
Yeah.
Want to get into it.
What does getting better look like in your mind now?
Given you're a world
Given you're a world champion.
I know.
Like,
That's
are
why,
you talking about like surf progression?
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I think it's a funny one. Like I won the world title, which was epic, and I'll take that. But I'm still so far from like where I want to be as a surfer and as a competitor. So like, it is great. Like winning it, it's kind of monkey off the back early on, and now I just feel free to chase exactly like surf progression, technical things, and riding deeper in a barrel or bigger waves or doing airs or going faster, more precision, more power, like just everything. Yeah.
And so and what's like, are you trying to model yourself off of surfers? Are you looking at what the men are doing and maybe going, I want to do that too? Like what's your inspiration or your and like what are you judging yourself on?
Yeah.
If you can get a little bit more specific.
For sure. I think I'm so lucky. I travel the world with the best surfers in the world. So constantly, in one way, it's quite hard because you are very judgmental of yourself, because I see like what's possible every wave, every condition, every moment in a wave. And that is kind of what I'm comparing myself to like what's possible, which is a huge like can be heavy, I think, at times, because that's like a quite elusive kind of, let's see, you know. But it also just inspires me. Like, it's pretty cool to see what's possible. And obviously there's some of the females that like I draw inspiration from, but of course the males are showing us like what is possible on a surfboard and in these waves.
But it's getting crazy, right? Women's surfing. Like, you're at Teahupoʻo now, you're at Pipeline now. Did you get the first ever 10 at Pipeline?
Yeah, I know. That was that kind of
Which is
made my
fucking
career
crazy. Can
what
we
it
even get
was
that up,
already.
Toddler?
That's funny.
We might have a look at that. Like, that must have been, what a moment.
I know. I didn't realize probably in the moment how big that was going to be. Like, obviously every interview and whatnot I do, that's like a very talking point. And yeah, at that time, I just, again, saw the opportunity. Like, I don't know, we're at Pipeline. Obviously I want to get barreled. I never like wanted a 10-point ride, but I just kind of took the leap of faith, went a wave, and it just all happened. Like,
Was
surfing,
it known and spoken about that like there'd never been you know what I mean? Is that never been a 10-point wave thing something that whilst it may not have like loomed over you like, oh shit, when's something gonna happen? But it was like when you got it, you were aware that it was the first one?
Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah,
like,
okay,
I didn't.
right.
The story kind of built after the fact.
Okay.
There wasn't like, oh my God, this has never been done.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, there wasn't like a build up to that moment. It was more just like, it's
Once
all
it
unwinding
happened.
now.
Okay, yeah, right.
For
sure.
context, though, like on female tour, they didn't surf at Pipeline and Teahupoʻo,
yeah, I was
right? And
gonna
there's
ask.
super heavy waves that she just
Yeah,
froths.
it's obviously
Yeah.
like huge for us getting the opportunity. And for
How
us
long
females.
ago did that happen? Were you like that you were
That was 2023.
shit, not that long ago.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
kind of interesting.
Well, I don't know. I guess females a fair while ago, they went to Teahupoʻo and Pipe, and they kind of like, those are like pioneers, I guess, of our female surfing and that. But then they had like a bit of a hiatus from it. Like, they literally like didn't go there, and the women's went to different events. Like, the men and women tour with different places, different timings, and then they kind of merged it and made women and men compete at the same stops and whatnot, which I think was a huge step. But then it was quite like, I think from a business standpoint, it's obviously a threat, right? If their performances aren't happening out the same waves as the males, then it's like not a good look maybe.
Yeah.
So then there was a lot of like learning on the fly, because very quickly they changed that, and we knew like to some degree there's pressure. If you don't go and execute and make these performances happen, they can pull that opportunity away because it's not good for the business.
Yep.
And
Fully, yeah.
I think like, and I that's fair, you know, like they have a business to run, and but it was just, I think what else was so special about this day was like, it shows kind of our generation and where female surfing is at now, is that they are capable, and these opportunities, we do rise to those occasions. And to be honest, I've heard a lot of people, they're more interested in female surfing at the moment than male, because it's evolving so fast, and you're kind of on the edge of your seat. You don't know what's going to happen. So that's kind of cool. And I think from that moment onwards, like the 10-point ride that day, because it was very solid waves, it's obviously like breaking a lot of maybe stereotypes about women surfing, because normally they'd be in shitty, maybe smaller conditions, but it was very much solid. Like,
Yeah. Well, hopefully, have you found it, Toddler?
God, that looks scary and dark.
no, it's just the brightness. I think it's just the brightness.
It's just
It's
the brightness of your TV, mate.
Night? What the fuck?
Like, take us through this one.
This
This was
bright.
absolutely insane.
Oh,
Perhaps
oh,
the rain falls
wow.
underneath the lid comes flying out with the spin.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's unbelievable. Look at the fucking size of that thing.
Dude.
I remember just like not wanting to eat shit off the bottom.
When you're down the bottom and you're grabbing onto your board, like
It's the scariest moment.
that looks terrifying.
Yeah. It was cool, like, because I was kind of late, it added probably drama points and whatnot, and
We love drama points.
yeah, I'll take the drama points.
Oh, we're big drama guys.
Big drama
Absolutely.
guys.
That's the one, like, dog of a
Oh, the
judge.
dog
Give
giving
me
you a
9.7.
9.7.
Just
Yeah,
like,
right
give me
on.
10.
Oh, what a dog.
Yeah, let's find out who that is.
Who
That's
was that?
Absolute bullshit. I know they'd be embarrassed after seeing everyone else give you 10.
Yeah,
You're
it's not good enough.
I'm a loser.
Yeah, it's
Dude,
funny.
these, it looks like such a fun lifestyle.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
just when you're seeing, when it cuts back to the beach or it cuts to like these media areas where it's like no one's wearing shoes and they're like,
Yeah.
they're on the broadcast. I'm like, this
Yeah.
looks like the life.
Well, mate, I remember like we know Vaughan and Ronnie Blakey, and they were
Shout out
just
to
What good guys,
last
yeah,
year.
let's shout out those boys.
and they were just on that Fijian island. for
Yeah, the Tabarua Cam,
for like a month. Like,
Yeah.
I reckon they're still reminiscing on that. They
Yeah,
had
yeah.
the
It
best
looked
time.
like so much fun.
Yeah. And it is like there's obviously it's such a great office to work
Yeah.
in. It's quite relaxed in one way, but there's obviously like
Well, it's probably better for Vaughn and Ronnie
yes.
in terms of the relaxed fun.
Yeah.
Like, they just have to mill
Well,
around.
that was
and interview
before. That
people.
was before finals
Definitely
day,
that
which we'll
version.
get to. I
Absolutely.
want to read you something because I thought this was fucking sick.
That's funny.
So this was at Sunset Beach 2024 Hurley Pro, and you laid down a massive vertical hack on like that huge face. People were fucking losing their mind. They're talking about progression of women's surfing. It was dubbed by some the biggest hammer in women's surfing history.
Yeah.
Does that get you going?
Crazy. Yeah, exactly, for sure. And I think like, I don't know, it's such a hard one for me to say like, yeah, that's what I'm doing. Cause I also like am so humbled by the ocean and I know that like there's a lot of unpredictable factors about this where the stars have kind of got to align. And that's not to like undermine my abilities and my skill, but that was just like another magical moment where like I took that leap and like just went for it in one way. I just saw the lip and was like, I haven't done much on this wave. I want to score. I want to win. So I just went up and
Can you
again,
get that
was
up as
like,
well? I'd
yeah,
love to
that
see
one's
that.
like a good one to watch
It's
as well.
in you'll have to just go if you go to the Heat Toddler.
If you go Molly Picklum
You
Sunset,
can,
it'll probably just be the
Oh
one.
yeah,
Molly Picklum
Molly Picklum Sunset. Yeah,
But yeah,
I just scrubbed for it this morning, but you should be able to find a shorter one.
I love that. This is again
I
what
had to like
it works.
scrub through the heat
He's-
looking for it.
But this is what works. You know, you've got the ball knowledge with surfing, and I'm just sort of.
That's
like,
good
I like to
shit.
come in.
Well, Lee, I'd like to watch that again. We can.
Yeah,
we
I'd
should
love to see
definitely watch it
that
again.
because I think for someone like me as well, or for our audience who don't like, I don't fully understand what it is that that we're talking about here. So I'd like to see what was
Hacking the lip, mate.
hacking a lip. I can imagine. Is that where fucking hack?
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
But on like
Yeah,
a really
like that,
psycho
mate.
section.
But it's like on a fucking.
Yeah, it was probably cool. It was probably cooler than what I did. I imagine.
I remember
Yeah.
like going up the face and I just kept feeling like, oh my gosh, I just kept going up. Which normally in surfing, you're like just kind of like turning straight off the bottom to the top. And then I just remember thinking, oh gosh, like I've gone up for a while. So coming down is going to be like quite a long ride down.
And so
Fully.
is the thing that sort of, I guess, that makes this sort of the moment that it was, is that because it's so big and when you get up there, like you've just had to commit to something in a way that hasn't really been seen before, like the way that you've done this. Is this it, Tobler?
Yeah, it was just like
Let's-
the execution of it.
The execution of it.
Super
just like-
critical, man.
Yeah. It was like super critical, but I guess like a lot of people wouldn't ride out of this position
Yes.
in a wave. Is
Yep.
like why? Like I had no right to make this.
Okay,
Is
all right.
like why
Awesome.
I guess.
Here, look at these little rivets that Molly had to sort of play with as she like lined up this first section here and just kind of off the lip.
I claimed it. Still am.
Frothing. I love it.
Yeah, this was so beautiful. It was such a big wave and such a big section.
Huge.
How powerful that was.
Jesus
And the leg was fully
Christ.
extended there, and she just
Are you?
hung on for dear life.
Yeah, you're just hanging on for dear life.
Yeah.
really love
Dear
this
life.
angle here. You can just really see
Where is this?
Sunset, like the North Shore of Oahu in Hawaii.
Right. And there's that when you're coming down there, it feels like there's a section there where you're almost off the wave.
Yeah, like my board flutters.
Yeah,
Which
where it
there, like,
That to me would be a terrifying moment generally
Yeah.
as well. Where you're like, oh shit.
yeah. I honestly thought I was going to die until that moment right there. Like, I didn't think I was going to make it until I pretty much started claiming it.
That's
really.
awesome.
Yeah.
And then everyone came out and was just like, that was hectic.
Yeah, I actually remember like pulled off and we get picked up from jet skis, one of the perks of the tour, but didn't have to paddle back out and the jet ski guy was like, did you make that? You know, because they're from the channel like coming behind the wave, so they didn't know. And I was like, yeah, like I can't, and they were going, we were screaming, no, like they were like, thought they were going to have to do mass rescue after because there was no way I was going to make it, you know?
Wow, that's amazing.
And then I was like, Glenn was in the channel and he was just like, he obviously saw it was just one turn, which normally one turn, you want a couple of turns to kind of enhance your chance of getting a better score. But I looked at it, I was like, don't even worry. One turn's all good. Yeah.
Should have
And it
got a
was.
10.
I know.
And which were the waves that Teahupoʻo, Pipeline, and the ones that like
Cloud break,
and
yeah.
Cloud break.
that
Fiji.
women are now surfing on?
Well, Fiji sort of comes and goes
Yeah,
with
yeah,
some
that's
like
kind of in there.
it's a bit complicated with the
But
government
Chopu's
stuff.
fucking terrifying.
But Chopu's
That's like,
fucking
how
Yeah.
old were you? Like, when did you first get to surf that wave? And what was that like? And what was that? I was over there once with a mate, and the sound of the waves like pumping in the
crashing,
morning before
yeah.
you get it. Like, it's like, before the sun rises, and then like everyone's excited. If you've never surfed there before and you're going out there for the first time, you're hearing the waves. Like, what was that whole experience?
I wish I remember like in detail, but I do know my journey with Tahiti was very much based off the Olympics because they had the Olympics there.
Oh, that's right.
So Surfing Australia they had camps kind of in our off season at the end of maybe the 2023 season. Or 2022. But anyways, one of those end of the seasons, I just went there for a month. And to be honest, my first time out there, it might have been quite small. So it wasn't like death defying, flew in for a swell. It was just like exposure of the place to try and like just desensitize a few things before then the waves are just crazy big. But that swell, like we got proper waves. And I just remember my first wave, because it's very unique in the sense that I guess when you take off on any wave for the most part in Australia, you'll just see a wall, and this wall is like sideways. And if you see a wall sideways in Australia, you jump off because it's a closeout. And this wave, you want those ones that turn because it's so perfect and big and it's a barrel, you can go high and like turn this corner in the wave, which for me, like it's against any kind of human instinct or all my surfing instinct is like to jump off the wave the moment a wave's going to like close out. So that was like, I guess, one really memorable moment where I was like trying to get over that hump of I actually meant to stay in and kind of like drive and
push through it.
Yeah.
Okay.
When it didn't make sense to me, but the more and more you trusted it, and you'll see like it just runs along the reef and turns a corner, and that's like what creates such a perfect, beautiful wave. But that was like really scary for me because I was just thought I was on a suicide mission, you know?
Yeah. Well, it's a crazy, like, again, not a big wave guy, but that wave's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, you've seen it, mate. You've been there. You've been
I
in the
have,
channel.
and it was for a big swell. It was like it was huge, and I was
In
like,
the channel's nearly scarier than riding the wave
it
sometimes.
is scary.
On
I'm
the
sitting on these boats
stuff,
and they're just like,
yeah.
It's
And you know,
ridiculous.
some of them have gone
They go
over.
over.
Like,
Yeah, one almost went over the other day
Yeah.
or something I saw. But I was
Yeah.
like, I thought that was happening when I was out there.
Yeah,
and I was like,
probably
what
was.
the fuck is going on here? Like, everyone's just chilling. Well, they had like little pontoons that were just like people just sitting on, like just all these hot surfer dudes. And I'm like, this is the most terrifying place on earth.
You didn't go join them on the pontoon, mate?
Didn't think I'd fit the bill, mate. Pasty.
They would have kicked you off,
Yeah,
mate.
they would have
Get
gone,
the fuck
nah,
off,
sorry,
dude."
dude. No, there's a seal on the fucking...
there's a seal on there.
Sorry, I just wanted to go back to you sort of being like obsessed with like wanting to get better and do all these like, you know, these, I guess these little things or whatever it is that you can to try and improve and get better. What does that look like? Does that send you mad sometimes? Like in terms of just looking for things where maybe there aren't things, or you go down a dead end here, but you think it's going to work. Like, is there any insight there or any things that you're sort of trying to do?
Yeah, for sure. Like my team literally watch. I'm somewhat of a ticking time bomb until like I just like explode because I'm like, I want to be better, but I don't know where to go now. But I know that it's like coming from a healthy space in the way of like, it's just because I want to try and be better.
Yeah.
So I obviously have like healthy mechanisms to cope. Like, okay, I got to have like good healthy mind, good healthy body to then be able to like push myself and push surfing and whatnot.
Yeah.
So I try and balance it out and like run it as like, I don't know, one good system rather just like I only want to get better.
Yeah.
But yeah, I crash and burn for sure.
So you parted ways with your coach at the start of 2025?
Yep.
And then I found it interesting that you just sort of go with coaches in all the different areas. Is that done usually in surfing, or is that a way for you to try and get inside knowledge like from each place as opposed to having someone that you take around with you everywhere?
Yeah, that approach, I guess, like isn't the most typical. I think Carissa Moore kind of did that, but she had a constant, which was Mitchell Ross. He's from Newcastle, but like, and then they would bring in kind of local coaches and their brains would work together to give her the best maybe advice and on the read on the wave. But yeah, I just found it like brought a lot of comfort and like a homely, welcoming feel everywhere I went. Being kind of still a rookie, it just like created a space that, I felt like in their town, with the guy, you know, and all that knowledge. And I guess the reason a lot of people probably don't do it is because to create consistency and to build on things is to probably have the same coach throughout a year. So you kind of like working through. But I was in such a mind frame of like, I didn't know what I wanted to work on. I just wanted to like be a sponge. And I felt like that was the best way to like draw inspiration and get all these different ideas flowing from all these different people to then like start to fine tune it. And I've found that this year a little bit. Like I've realized that there's things starting to stick out for me that I want to be more consistent on. So I will probably start to look at slowing down the change of coaches and just having a handful maybe. And just keeping the ones that I feel very valuable at certain locations.
I found it interesting. And do you go to these places already having a relatively intimate knowledge of the waves? Is that not something you're really looking for any insight on? You've kind of got that. It's more around like what's I guess a coach giving you in each area that maybe differs from spot to spot.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of wave knowledge because I still feel so young and like inexperienced with these waves. Because you just have to spend so much time. Like the ocean's so unpredictable. There's so many different swells, winds, tides. Like it can look different the 7th time you've been there. So these people that live there, see it every day is obviously just like so equipped to have all kind of conditions covered of knowledge for you.
Yeah.
And so before the 2025 season, did you start seeing like a mentalist coach? So just to dial in?
Yeah, towards the end of 2024, like in that off season, I worked a lot with Ben Crow.
Okay.
And I just like subscribed to his kind of way of life and his vibe, which is just like you're either in the fear or play state. And I'm like, when I'm like super aligned, I'm like a quite bubbly, playful person. I like to have fun. I'm probably someone that it's not worth it unless I can have fun, you know? And he like builds kind of all his ways of like to live or like to do sport and a way of excellence through a fun, playful state.
Okay.
So I worked a lot with him in the off season to just like fine tune and build a plan and a direction because I was making such a big change. Like I was pulling away what was such a big pillar for me, which is like that coach, you know?
Yeah.
Because that coach figure, they become like chaperone coach. Like you spend literally the whole time with them. So to pull somewhat your biggest support cord away, it was like crucial to make sure there was things in place. And I also have an extended team that like I felt super supported the whole time and I wasn't that fearful of it, but he was a great asset to like solidify everything.
So his approach is to stay in a playful state when you're competing?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
And the process, you know, like trusting the process and building out your process so that you can clearly see it and so your team can see it, and it just helps alleviate kind of the pressure or the energy off of you, and you just get the pure energy. And that's, I guess, in 2025, I was just so like, I just want to be pure. Like I don't want all these like bias things kind of weighing me down or like getting hooked on it, distracted. I just want to be like, meet the moment where I feel and be free.
Has that been difficult to achieve since becoming world champion?
I don't know.
Like,
Yeah,
has
I
that
would
muddied
say
the
like,
water a bit?
Yeah, definitely. But I think life's like that, right? Like you get clarity and then like your snow globe gets like shaken up a little bit and you're like, how do I get clarity again? Then you get clarity and it just like constantly kind of happens.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
it
a good
feels
way
like
of
that.
putting it. I've never.
I
heard
like
it.
the slow
Yeah,
snow globe's good.
Don't you reckon though?
Yeah,
like
fuck yeah.
you're swimming and you just like, I can see everything all good, and then all of a sudden it's like shit's just murky again.
Yeah.
And I think it
For
just
sure.
ebbs and flows like that. And
For sure.
I think the world title definitely created that, but I also feel like as a human I'm evolving and changing, and like my want and purpose and drive evolves a little bit. So then I've got to like I guess like that year I was just like, I want to win. I just wanted competition and try and, I don't know, I was really focused on that. This year I'm focused on that, but I nearly want to do more because I nearly like want to put more energy into getting better as a surfer and as a competitor, which just changed the gears of things. So I've had to like pull the strings and recreate my plan in a way. It wasn't like carbon copy from last year because I've changed. Like things feel different to me now. I care about different things.
It's a new world.
It's a new world, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's like just finding like the framework, I would call it, for this new world that I am in now.
Champ. The
Champ.
I don't want this to sound.
champ.
Yeah, the champ.
Do you insist on people calling you champ?
Yeah.
Champ,
sorry,
no.
mate, it's champ.
We were told that before you came in. They go, don't look her in the eye.
You're
and
going to call her champ,
Like,
otherwise she'll
fuck, all
lose
right.
it.
That's funny.
Well, in boxing, they get to be called champ. Like, why
Well,
can't-
that's a good point.
You
Yeah,
know?
they do. Yeah, how you going, champ? And you get called champ even after you've lost the title.
But don't you
You're
think
champ
Australia
forever.
calling someone champs like, oh, how you going, champ?
No, you're right. It's actually kind of
Not that
like
I feel insulted like it's stoked because obviously champ, like, oh, I'm a champ.
if you're a champion and someone calls you champ, then it's play on. Whereas if you were to call me champ, I'd feel like you were big dogging me, and I'd go into my shell.
Yeah, because she would be.
Well, because she would be exactly.
But in Australia, people, when I hear
Oh,
like,
no, champ's bad.
Wait, settle down, champ.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And you're
No,
like,
you're right. It is. It's like almost disrespect.
Well,
I'm glad
it
you
is.
Well, no,
You're
it's
champ.
complete disrespect.
It's complete
disrespect.
Which is not why we were calling you champ.
no,
Oh, no.
well,
calling you
she's
champion.
She's a
Yeah,
fucking
champion.
champion,
Yeah.
right? That's.
No, I just want to clear that up.
Yes.
Okay.
In 2025, in a quarterfinal in Tahiti, there was you said I read that you were quoted as saying, I'm just trying to get it. So it's like that. It's those are moments that define you as a competitor. I don't have a. Can you just explain what that event, like that quarterfinal, was, and like why that defined you as a competitor? What happened?
Yeah. I guess like there's so many ways to win a heat. It can go smooth and you get every single good wave and you just make the heat. There's other times where you kind of feel like you're throwing shit at a wall and nothing's sticking. And then at the end of the day, it's not over till it's over until the final hooter blows. Well, our only hooter. But yeah, it just is like that heat particularly, I went a lot of waves that I felt like were pretty good reads. It wasn't terrible decisions, but my surfing ability just didn't have me making them. So like in the scheme of things, I had, I think like 3 minutes to go, technically like nearly done in one's mind would say. But I am so trained out there that I can turn things around in 2 minutes. Just it's possible out there because of how the wave works and you can get back out quite quickly. And I just didn't like complete any rides, so I had no scores, 3 minutes kind of to go. And then I just kept throwing shit at the wall and like stuck one and got a little bit of a score to kind of get me a chance of actually making this heat. And I just remember like the clock was ticking down and you have one of those moments where you're just like, all right, if it comes, like I'm going to give it my best shot. If it doesn't, so be it. And the wave comes. And as a surfer, there's one thing you can kind of blame the ocean, like, oh, I didn't get the opportunity. But there's another part when you get the opportunity, did you execute? And I think like when the opportunity comes, you can feel the pressure of like, oh my God, like I have the opportunity, so like don't fuck it up, you know?
Yeah.
But I just remember thinking, perfect, got the opportunity, let's do this. And I didn't really think anything further than that. And I took quite a late drop and it was a technical kind of ride and ended up getting a really good score. And I don't know, those are the moments that I think define you where you just never give up and you keep showing up. And that to me spoke to like just me as a competitor, me as a person nearly, and just like that's what I stand for, like to never ever give up.
That's cool.
You know, and that was like where it was kind of defining for me.
In terms of the ride being technical, is that unique to a specific wave, or is it unique to the situation where you're like, I need to do something technical here to get what I need, and as you're dropping in, you're like, all right, I need to do some funky shit?
Yeah. I think the guys do that, and I won't lie, they actually, like Kelly, that guy's technical. But for me, it's more like I want to make the wave, but the wave is quite critical, therefore
You'll do what needs to be done. Yeah, okay.
Or like you're just adjusting and adapting all on the spot technically to try and make this ride. Therefore, it becomes technical.
Yes.
For me, it's technical as it's unfolding. But Kelly, he can control like
really
crazy amounts.
Yeah, okay.
That guy's a freak.
Never heard of him.
Kelly
who?
No,
Kelly who?
right.
Slater what?
Before World Titles, I just want to talk about Olympics. Can we talk about Olympics first? Just because
that's
surfing hasn't even been to the Olympics for that long, and I imagine, like, you know, there'd be surfers who never imagined even being able to go to the Olympics, but you grow up like, you know, everyone watches the Olympics.
Yeah.
Just the experience of the Olympics. What was it?
Crazy.
What was that like?
Yeah. Like you say, it was never on my horizon. Like I never thought I'd be going to an Olympics. So I was just so honoured. And I'm like such a little Aussie, you know, so I felt so proud and like honoured to do it.
Yeah.
And just like wearing the uniform. I remember playing touch football, like that was kind of my key sport when I was growing up. And like to get the Aussie gear or like your state gear, just the uniform.
Yeah.
Like in surfing,
so you played for
don't have
Australia in
uniform.
touch footy as well?
I didn't, it was just state.
Oh, state.
But then
well,
you play like Australian title, you know?
Yeah. States.
I love that kit. Like not that kit, but when
Do you
you
mean
used
the
to
state
when you
touch
used to when you used to
football
get when you used to get kit when you were younger.
Oh,
you know?
yeah,
Like, I was
yeah,
Western.
yeah.
I was Western. I used to get Western
kit,
Air for
yeah.
athletics. You get the kit.
Sorry,
you rock up.
gotcha
You rock
there,
up at
yeah.
school wearing
The
it. You're
kit is, that's
That's what it's about.
I reckon Olympics kit.
Yeah.
That's kind of like
Yeah,
what
yeah,
you think, you know?
Fuck yeah.
You're like
100%.
sick, you know? Get the Australian this, that. You're
Yeah.
like in your suits. You've seen like your favourite athletes kind of go
For sure.
through. And for me, it was like I don't know. I felt like I had such an opportunity because I kind of loved the challenge of Tahiti in that wave. So I really was like, it's a real potential to win too, you know? Which I was like managing that stuff pretty well, like just trying to take it for what it is, enjoy the moment, enjoy also like how cool it is to represent your country. But then there was also like a disheartening piece of it, which was we didn't get to go to Paris. So like half of our like experience was
slightly sort of
skewed. Like it wasn't really the Olympics. I haven't seen an Olympic Village. They were cute about it. Like they tried to create a little surfing one, but I was like,
oh, they did?
yeah. But it was just like also
You're in the
just
middle,
like,
you're just cute. You're like, oh.
Well, it's
yeah,
also-
like they tried. You could see the effort was there, the thought, the care was there.
Yeah.
But like the feeling, there was still only surfers there.
Yeah.
Like I want to be rubbed. Like I hear about the Village where people rubbing shoulders with all different people from, you know,
For sure.
all the avenues of sport.
Yeah.
So that was like a little disappointing, I would say. And like the security, like it just is like a big hoo-ha, you know, compared to for us surfers. Because normally it's like you get on your own jet ski, get out there, figure your own kind of thing out, bit of freedom around it. But that was like, there was checkpoints in the water even. And then there was
Really?
like, yeah, like
In
they'd have
the
security.
water?
Yeah, and you got to
Wow.
like have your, at the marina and then you get to the lineup and there'd be like a full net. It was just like weird kind.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then I didn't do so. I actually wasn't that bummed with my performance. I was just devoted with the result. Like I
Yeah.
didn't really make heats. I didn't really get to like get any momentum going in the Olympics. So that was kind of a bummer. But all in all, still got the kit in
Still
the.
got the
Yeah,
kit.
you still got the kit.
Yeah,
And was it-
got the kit.
Was it cool seeing Jack at the silver as well?
Yeah,
Like,
that was sick.
that
And I
must have been
actually
fun.
changed my flight. So I left and went home and then I came back
Oh,
because
cool.
I had like a couple things there and that was really cool. I was frothing to come back and just like Aussie spirit, getting behind Jack.
Yeah.
Jack and Ethan were kind of like going at that point, and then Jack just, and that's his zone too. I get goosebumps actually thinking about it when you see someone in their element and like achieving their greatest moment in their career kind of this far. So that was like sick.
Were you
getting
there
on the
for his
boat.
heat against Medina?
And it was death defying. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Medina, yeah.
Fuck.
Is that the one where
Crazy.
Medina did like where he flew
It
out
went
the back?
so
to that,
viral
like,
for that thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was a pretty badass photo. I gotta
It was
be honest.
crazy.
Yeah.
That was cool.
And so you must be frothing for trestles in LA.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think that was the biggest, it like catapulted me to open my eyes to the Olympics and like, what does that mean to me, I guess? What does winning gold in the Olympics mean for us surfers? Because we've always been world title focused. And I mean, some people are kind of like, whatever, you know, you got to always have the world title to verify. But now it's very much our generation, you want both. So I'm really excited for trestles, and that's like a huge goal of mine.
And
so
that's
they've-
Olympic Village territory, though, isn't it? That's going to be,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
LA,
You'll be able
right?
to- yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
agree.
yeah.
I'm rubbing my hands together, hoping I get like
It's
full
not-
Olympics.
Full
Yeah.
kit and Olympic Village.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the dream. And a goal.
100%.
Yeah,
They've
and a
changed
gold.
qualification, have they? For
Yeah, there was like, I actually am not that up
Okay.
with it all, but there is a bunch of controversy around it. And I think the gist is because ISA have the power for the Olympics, so they like to dictate and demand, just like puppet the best servers in the world around a little bit, I think.
Yeah, just
So-
flex their muscle.
Yeah. So they're kind of like, no, you guys have to come and compete in our thing. We're not going to take the world's best surfers off the world stage, which I think is just like, in one way, I guess what the surfers were trying to say is like, we are already trying, like we're so busy with our schedule,
Yeah.
fighting for what is like respecting our sport of just like the titles and like whatever. But they like want to add a few more events to our schedule. And it's just like, where's kind of the well-being and care for us to like have any break in this situation?
Yeah.
So ISAs and WSL are, I don't know, trying to figure that out. But that's the qualification process. I guess top 6 surfers at this point, after a few events in the 2027 season or early in the 2028 season even,
Okay.
is like, it's not, because before it was so many surfers from each country could, so like
Yeah.
still off the world stage, you know, that could get it. Because I guess someone could get 10th, but they would still qualify because there's no one in their country above them on the
Yes.
world stage. But instead, like, I don't know, they're just making more people go to ISAs.
Interesting. Well,
Yeah, it
hopefully
is.
you just qualify automatically.
Yeah,
You won't have to worry about it.
To be honest, it's just like be number one front running for Australia.
Yeah.
If you're number one, if you just keep winning world titles,
Just
it
keep
won't be a
winning world
problem.
titles, man.
That's why I don't really get caught up with it, because if I'm doing what I want to do,
Yeah.
it'll all take care of itself.
Now, we've got a segment that we've got to get to here, which is powered by the Toyota Tundra, who we thank for their ongoing support.
Best in the business.
That's right. And it's legendary moments powered by the Toyota Tundra. But winning the world title, you know, like it's, again, how old are you? You're 23 now?
Yeah.
So you're 22 and you won it?
Yeah.
Ish?
No, I was 22.
Just, I guess, take us through that. I mean, the year, but the moment specifically, like it's such an insane achievement at any point in your career, but to do it so young.
I know. It was just like I had no picture. Like I had no premeditated vision of it because I'd stepped out and done something so different, like with no coach. So like I was just like so living every moment and learning on the fly and just like, whoa, like I felt like a brand new baby in life. I was just like, what is going on? And like just trying to do my bits and pieces, but it was all just like unfolding. I was never like, oh, I don't look good or now I look good in the race, like for the title. But I was just remember like, I want to win. And I got a few results and that never came. And then I won Brazil and I was just like, here we go. Like, I love this place. That was a dream of mine to like win in Brazil because the energy and whatever. And it was just sick. I just felt like I was building as the year was kind of going on. And soon enough, like Tahiti was the final event. And again, I had some epic moments there and just like went into the finals, just, going like give it my all and let's see where I end up. And I think also like at the start of the year, I'd made Final Five a few times and I'd gotten like 4th or 5th in there. And I was just like, I just want to make it as easy as I can and just come in number 1 to that and enhance my chance of winning this title.
Which is exactly what you did. But you lost the first heat. So the final, the final is 3 heats, best of 3 heats. You lose the first heat. Like where's your head at?
Well, because I wasn't that aware. Like, I don't know, because I was so focused on just like, I don't know, here and now. But they changed because the previous in the final fives was best out of 3. But if you're leading the world title and you win that first heat, it was done.
It's just over.
That's right. Yes.
And I didn't know that until like halfway through maybe the first heat or something. Or it just wasn't front of mind. So I didn't really, I was just like, okay, best of 3 in my head.
Yes.
And I don't know, I just felt like that first heat I wasn't like engaged and like ready to go straight away. I was kind of like warming into it, still like just getting it going, which I just look back to and I just wish I could have like met the moment where it needed to be. But yeah, I lose the first heat. Mentals were very much like, well, I haven't like, I don't know, I just looked at it real logically. I didn't really feel like, oh, I feel further away from it now. Like I never had that emotional attachment, thank God, because that would have been like brutal, I feel like, if I did.
Yes.
So I just remember feeling I was just so focused on kind of the job at hand, which Mitchell Ross was there coaching me, and I was speaking to him and I was like, hey, I'm not worried, like I did nothing that we had spoken about before. Like I didn't do anything part of the plan, so I don't really feel like, unless you put your input, but I don't feel like I'm going to change much because I'm still trying to execute the plan that I think is going to work, which is like try and whatever, get a good way of this or that. And then he just like fired me up like, yeah, cool. Like, sounds good. Let's go. And like to a few friends, Owen Milne was there. He's like a great support and he was like filming and he's quite a larrikin, like Aussie lad. And he's like, making it hard for yourself or something. And I was like, yeah, just how I like it, you know? Yep, exactly right. But I remember just not like taking it too heavy after the first. I was just like still very focused on the job. And then second heat, I started to execute a little bit of the plan. And once I started a little bit, I was taking probably like every little win and the wins just kept building and building and building.
And then what's the moment like when the final hooter,
Mate,
the only hooter goes?
There was definitely a moment where like all of a sudden I'd shifted the momentum and I was like on the jet ski. I felt like I was like, yes, let's go, you know. I felt like I was like riding a horse, like giddy up, you know. And then when the waves went quiet and 3 minutes, it was like 3 minutes before it kind of started to sink in a little bit, like this is now an actual possibility because I was comfortably in the lead and whatnot. And it was so funny. I had like so many images of my life like flashback really fast.
Really?
Yeah, like it was just like a real like, oh my God, it's my whole life's led to this moment. It's felt like. Anyways, very quickly I was like, just execute, like, you know, actually make this a reality.
Yep.
Then Hooter blows, and I was just like, oh my, like you just, for me, I was so bad, like just like, what? Because I guess like it's the pinnacle of our sport, and it's the dangling carrot that just kind of seems like an illusion. It's just this journey that you go on, but you never make it. But like all these good things come from it. But then to actually like bite the carrot, it's like the dangling carrot that you actually bite, and you're just like, what? This is crazy. Like I just remember feeling so mind blown. Like,
were you emotional, or are you more just like, are you more sort of in awe of the reality of the situation?
yeah, just in awe. I think like everyone has different responses. I screamed for like 3 days straight, but I just started screaming, like cheering, like
Yeah.
I just couldn't believe it. Like I was just like, what? Like that was kind of the scream. Just
Yeah.
like what just unfolded? What, like the fact that that's a part of my journey and the feather in the cap is just like mind blowing.
When we're talking to, I'm going to call him Parker because obviously, you know, we're
That's
mates
cool.
now.
Well, he's a good mate.
He's a good mate, and you know, he's been on the pod. But when we were talking to him about his world title win, he was saying that it kind of didn't really hit him until like he had this huge party, and the next morning he just sort of like walked into his bathroom half naked and was taking a wee, and then saw that the trophy was just in the shower, and he was like, oh yeah,
That's
fucking
funny.
oath, like that's awesome.
Yeah.
Was there a day? Was there anything like that for you? It doesn't have to be as specific as urinating, obviously. But the next day after a big celebration where you're sort of just waking up and it sort of hits you in a moment where you're a bit more calm.
Yeah, for sure. It's always in the shower for me. Like definitely, it wasn't necessarily seeing the trophy, but
Yeah.
just like when I got home to like, I was still in my wetsuit for literally like 2-3 hours after because they just, whatever, presentation media. And I got home and finally got to take my wetsuit off, and in the shower I was just like, oh my gosh, like I'm undoing the wetsuit and taking off the rashi but I wasn't a world champion before putting it on, you know, like that kind of moment, like, wow, that's crazy. And then just the fact that like I get to be in these photos and hold it up and cheer with a trophy that is like the world title. And then the fact that I like get to put it in my car and take it home, and you know, like it just keeps following you around, and you're like, what? Like it's actually mine. I did it. Kind of a thing. Yeah, there's definitely those moments, and I guess like pinch me moments happen every so often, and it's kind of when WSL run a heat and they're like, hey, world champions go out, and I'm like, well, I get to go out and surf with like Kelly and Steph or whatever, or okay, only world champions stay back to take this photo, and you got to stay back. Like those sort of moments where it starts to sink in. You know?
Jog on.
Yeah. They're like, 'cause you just normally never put yourself in the realm of those guys. Like it's normally your Mix and Stephs and Kellys and Lanes, you know, that do
Can
it.
you get this photo up, Tobler? I wanted to just get this up because I was stalking your Instagram, professionally, of course. But this photo that I think speaks a little bit to, the bringing the world champions up and bringing them back. Like, you know, you're sort of in this new club.
Yeah.
But it's here of like Australian female greats.
I know. I want to get
Emma,
this
Steph
friends.
Gilmore, Molly and Ash.
Yeah.
And
tapped.
like that's a, you know, there's more than just those four women who sit in that category, but just I guess knowing that win that you had has put you very comfortably and deservedly in and amongst women like this.
Yeah, I know. It is mind-blowing. And I think this was another moment because I was saying to my manager, Nikki, I was like, I want to get it framed. And because like also I kind of have like personal relationship with all these women as well.
Yep.
It's not just like what we do, you know.
Yep.
It's also like they're really cool people, and there's so many traits about them that is just so respectable, and like it's cool that there's like mutual respect with these absolute idols and icons of like sport and just like me growing up. So yeah, that's like one of those ones where you just like
I saw it, I was like,
That's a sick photo.
That's an awesome photo.
What was it like
Crazy,
coming
man.
home?
crazy, yeah.
Going back to like your board riders club and
Yeah,
shit. Was
yeah. That was the coolest. Because I don't know, I still feel like that literally when, take it back to the start when you said like going to the Gold Coast, like I'm such a Central Coast kid and like from my board riders and like that Grom. And I feel so connected to that. So then to be able to like bring it back, I feel like in one way I probably realized my purpose was to do it for us, like for my community and like all of that. So
That's
to bring
so
it back
cool.
and like I didn't even care. Like I just let go of the trophy and like kids were grabbing it and screaming and like just like I don't know, the thought that like these kids can touch and feel it's real and like that it's achievable and get so close to me brings me a lot of happiness. Like that they can get so close to, I don't know, a world title, you know? So going home was like a full circle moment, really.
Yeah, for sure.
Like you just go through all the, like as I'm coming, like, wow, I used to run over this hill, you know, through school, like all those times that I'd get up a little early or ride my bike to school because I could get 3 extra waves before, like if I caught the bus.
I was reading that.
Yeah, like just all those like little moments that this town and my way of living just like built me into like who I am and my style of like doing surfing, and then I get to bring it all back after like achieving such a thing.
So you got quite reflective in that way.
Yeah, for sure. You just get super reflective and like appreciative of the people, the town, the things that like brought you up.
Definitely.
Did you get emotional like when you were reflecting in that way and with the nostalgia?
Yeah, definitely. I think it all hit me when I got up on like a block in front of my whole community in the moment that I literally and I was that tired and like still on a high, and just finally it probably all hit me and sunk in that I was like with my people in my safe kind of space. And I was just like said my speech, you know, like thanking everyone. And I kind of said, to be honest, it would just be a title if it wasn't for all these people in front of me. Like you guys are the world that makes like it a world title for me. And I think that really kind of explained how I felt about my community and like kind of those two colliding with like achieving great things and then like having a community. And then I just like held the microphone up. I was like, can't speak. I'm like crying. So, you know, everyone start clap now quick. So that was like
amazing.
really cool.
I love that.
Yeah.
Listen, it's been great to chat and lovely to meet you. Congratulations on the success.
Yeah, thank you.
It's incredible. And I don't mean for this to sound patronizing, but at 23, you're like so wise and mature and like considered and thoughtful, and like it's just it's very refreshing to hear you speak the way you do about your thought process and everything you do. So again, like congratulations. It's awesome. I will be watching I'll be watching much more surfing than I do.
Yeah. Be careful. The time zones are
well,
bit rogue, mate.
That's all
but
right.
thank you. I appreciate that also. And thanks for having me on too.
Thank you very much, and good luck in Tahiti.
I know.
Can we get you to
Let's
rate our
run it back.
surfboard first?
Oh yeah,
Is that your big
That's
big board?
that's it. Yeah,
Let's bring it
It
in.
wasn't big enough for him.
Get it.
She's like, wait, what?
No, I
Surely
get
that's
it. You're a
big
big guy. I'm just bummed for you because it is obviously big, but it's not wide enough. No, it's not.
Yeah, it's fucking huge.
It's not wide enough.
Could you two just not talk anymore?